the final rosé, where we talk about everything that's going on in the Bachelorette world. So this year the host is Clare Crawley, and I am Amy.
I'm Alexis.
I'm Sofia.
And for this episode, we are going to be talking about episode 3 and 4, just because we kind of knew ahead of time that it probably wasn't going to be as much happening in episode 4. So we'll be covering 2 episodes this week. And speaking about these episodes, Dale, main focus of the whole thing.
As always, nothing new there.
If you want to get bulk like Dale, because I'm sure everybody saw the amount of times Dale was trying to show off that bod, go check out bulk supplements. So if you go to bulksupplements.com and use code PUBSPORTS, you can actually get 5 to 10% off your first purchase. I know everybody needs it for getting ready for
I'm sure he's
summer.
using something.
Yeah,
Oh, he has to be.
He's a
deal to
football
me.
player. He's got to be.
Yep.
All right.
So jumping into episode 3.
I have some grievances to air. Yo.
Yosef.
Yeah, we start off with him confronting Claire about his true feelings.
About dodgeball.
Let's just say the talk he had with Claire. Let me give you some highlights. He said, "I'm ashamed to be associated with you. You overreacted and sounded crazy. You're not fit to be a mother to my child, and you are completely classless." How would you react if someone said that to you?
Okay, so it's
Backstory, though. This is because she did strip dodgeball. She had
Yeah.
the men stripped down.
The episode prior.
which I agree is a total double standard. He didn't want to strip. If he was on that date, he was like, I would not do that because I wouldn't want to embarrass my daughter like that if she was watching.
Respectful.
But Claire also said, that is why you were
You're
not on this date.
Like, honey.
She was like, I have no idea why you have any concern. You were not on that date.
But what does she mean that's why you weren't on the date? Like, she knew he would react like that?
Or maybe because
She knew that certain guys would be up to it.
Yeah, I'm sure she,
probably.
considered each and every one to be on that certain date because of what she was going to do.
But-
So,
That specific remark made me so mad because it's like she didn't listen to him at all.
oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm sure she was just seeing the anger because, too, he was, like, going around talking all this shit to all the guys. And they were like, okay, so when are you going to talk to Claire? Because it's been a minute since you've been talking about this. And then he finally got the guts to do this. And it went off. He said, remember, you're almost 40. You don't got much time.
But it also made me mad. She, like, randomly slipped in. She was like, my mom is dying.
I was literally
Yeah.
just going to say that. And he was like, okay, we're not talking about that.
I was like, what the hell? That literally came out of left field. What does that have to do with anything he was just saying? Like, she couldn't just own up to it. He was like, that is, like, so not okay
Yeah.
to make guys do. And
I agree with him, but I think the way he went about it was super disrespectful, and I don't think he should have talked to her regardless of how angry he was.
I don't even feel like the conversation was just about that. It was kind of like he was trying to tear her down and like make
Yeah.
her be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, you're right. But he should have known that's not how Claire is.
Mhm.
And
I
then
don't
the
agree.
reaction he got, he was like, well, like let's move on from this. She's like, no, you're gone, dude. Like, no.
so the only things that I don't agree with was the, like, name calling. Like, classless, immature,
Yeah.
you're not fit to mother my children. I don't think any of that was okay, but him bringing up how he felt, I think that was okay
No,
for
that
him to
was
do. And I
fine.
I
think
feel
she
like that's the only part that was okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Like,
what he
it
wanted
kinda
to
got-
do.
I just think he has like maybe a little bit of an anger issue, and he needs to know where
I think he likes to
stop.
draw the line.
control
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
bit as well. I definitely think he
Yeah.
wanted someone more that he could like tell them
And
what
then
to
he
do.
kept going, yelling at the guys, and the guys were like, "What the hell? What are
Yeah,
you saying?"
okay,
And
Wait,
then
but-
Dale to the rescue.
Wait. But we do find out that he said, I expected more from the oldest bachelorette.
Yeah.
That ended up being
Yeah.
his line, which we kind of all predicted
Mhm.
just because how things
Yeah.
were going. But yeah, so it makes me so mad that Dale was to the rescue, but I feel like she walked past all these guys
Mhm.
That was my
that were
whole
Ignored
clue.
them.
Yeah. And then she's like, Dale
Went
was the only
straight
one
to
there
Dale.
to comfort me. And I was like, bro,
Exactly. And she's
are
like,
you
it was
blind?
a sign. Like all the guys tried to check in on her, and she went to Dale, and then she cut the cocktail party short, went straight to the rose ceremony. And all the guys were freaking out. They were like, so we didn't even get time with her. And they blamed it on Yosef. But I also think Dale had a part in that too. Like, because he went to her rescue, she's like, it's decided. So I'm not going to talk to any other guys.
What did they do for the group date? I can't remember.
For which group
They
date?
didn't do
The
a
first
group
one.
date. She just wanted to do the cocktail party to talk to them and then
And then-
only freaking talk to Dale.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. But there's this one part when she was sniffing Dale's pants with the girl. Do y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Yes,
I
so
was
that was
watching
later
that.
in the episode.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like,
We'll come
what?
to that.
But wait,
'cause-
but also, is this when she only talks to Dale? This isn't when they're like making out.
This was
No.
That was still later.
yeah.
Okay.
So at the rose ceremony, Chasen, Dale, Zaxi, Damar, Brendan, Jordan, Joe, Bennett, Easy, Ben, Ed, Yvonne, Kenny, Zach J, Jason, Blake Moynes, and Riley
She got the facts.
But
got
it's-
roses. So I just like to add, Garen was out.
Yeah, that was one of
So
your picks.
one of mine.
Wait. What? Riley
Yeah.
got the rose?
No,
Riley got a rose.
Oh, yeah, he got the group date rose, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was still in there at the
Mhm.
end.
But this is with the comforting.
This was
When
the
Dale
one.
went to comfort her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Riley
Dale
was in
didn't get
there.
the rose for that?
that
Those
wasn't
were all
a
the
date.
people that got roses.
That was a rose ceremony. That wasn't the date.
Oh.
yeah,
It
those were
started
all
off with the rose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
Mhm.
So then everyone,
lot
then
happened.
then it was announced everyone gets a date. So they ended up doing 3 dates that week because of the incident. So that first group date, Claire was just still like, oh, Dale and Claire. I think she wrote it in like the sand at the beach, and it was like a heart in Dale and Claire. So the first group date had Jason, Jay, Easy, Chasen, Blake, Ed, Riley, and guess who? Dale. Mm-hmm. So Claire was already obsessed with the idea of Dale, and then that's Sophia, what you were talking about, how the Bachelorette from season 4, Deanna, she came to talk to Claire.
But I
Yeah.
saw something about that on Twitter, I think. It was like, she really quarantined for 2 weeks just to talk to her for 10 minutes.
I saw that
I
too.
was like, that's so true. She got ripped. And I don't even know who she was.
I didn't know. Her
I didn't
either.
know who her.
Okay.
I thought that maybe y'all would, so I was like, let me write down
No,
who it was.
she must have been like old, early
She's
season.
season
She
4.
straight up
Oh, okay.
told Claire was like, yeah, I got roasted so bad last night. And then she started talking about Dale right off the bat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And sniffing his pants.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
he
so
gave
freaking
her
weird.
the torn pants that he did in one of the dates, how he ripped them going to get the gift.
Well, we were all wondering about what happened
Yeah.
to them because we didn't see him
Yeah.
change out of them. So that makes sense.
So yeah, it was 31 guys to start, and then there were 18 guys. Well, 17 because Yo-Yo left. So, but then from there, I don't know. I think that I thought Dale was a little fake, honestly.
The group
I still
hug.
do.
The group hug.
Yeah. So first group date.
But
Claire canceled the date portion.
Yeah,
So
which-
we're just canceling everything.
That makes me so mad because that would have been perfect, like extra time for the guys to have one-on-one time with her
or
and
just
Yeah.
pull
even
her
like
apart.
let things like get a little normal again. But
Yeah.
so that's why she said she wanted to cancel the date so she could extra cocktail time. So she extended the cocktail portion in order to talk to everybody. And then Sophia, what you were saying, Dale was like, well, let's go ahead and just cheers to this, basically. Let's all get in a group hug. And then he said we all need to share time and snagged Claire away.
Yeah, that was just
The one comment
hug
that
was so weird.
bothered me is that he was like, I don't want to sound overly confident, but when I get quality time with her, it's a wrap. So he was already gunning for that time with her. Like, he already had a plan in place.
But so he steals her away and
And they go to
wants
the bed. They go to
Okay,
her room.
Since when is that allowed? When
Yeah.
have they ever gone to the Bachelorette's room
Mhm.
from just like
Just
taking
laying
them
in the
away from
bed.
the group
I also
date?
didn't understand why no one interrupted sooner. Like they have every opportunity to go disrupt
Because
the
they
date.
all think that she, like, they're trying to respect her because of everything that happened.
Yeah, but it had been like 2 hours, right?
They were gone for an hour.
I would have personally.
Yeah. All the guys
disrupted
are
They
just
were
that.
sitting
gone
there
for
waiting.
a whole hour, and Easy was the one that was like, dude, what the hell?
Yeah.
And he went, and it was so awkward. The whole situation was awkward. He goes up, knocks on the door, and Dale and Claire kind of like separate, and they're like, "Oh yeah, like everything's normal. We're just chilling."
He's like tucking his pants.
Yeah, and then Dale like basically returned to the group like laughing and smiling and giggling.
But the whole
And then
exit from
Easy
that
was
room
like,
was so
"Oh."
disrespectful.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then as soon as Easy got there, Claire was like, "Oh, like let's go back now. Like we don't have to be over here."
Yeah.
Like she didn't want any one-on-one time with any of the guys.
And then they start attacking Dale, and I feel like his argument was so poor.
Well, let's also talk about how there was a shot of just Claire, and she was talking to like the producers and was like, "Okay, can we speed it up? Like, can we get through this?"
Well, yeah,
Because-
that's what I was just gonna say, because the guys picked up that there wasn't gonna be a lot of time left, and there wasn't any time left.
And she still wanted to rush it. Like it was so rude. She was like, "Can we
Yeah.
just hurry through the rest of them? Like just touch base with each of them."
Yep.
And then
Man.
Ed and Riley start arguing about how they weren't able to have time. So then Jay got to talk to Claire, and guess who interrupted again? Dale came. He was like, "Oh, just
got
wanted to come back
lost."
during the combo. Like, oops, my
Yeah.
bad."
And then of course he's like, "You wanna talk to me?"
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh, that's fine. You want to come in?"
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
it's so disrespectful. I cannot believe how mature she is, and then continues
Yeah.
to give none of these guys the time of day.
Mm-hmm.
Drives
So
me
then
insane.
Chasen interrupted. It was awkward again because I think this was the
I
part
love
where
Chasen.
Dale and
Yeah.
Claire were like behind the door,
Yeah.
like leaning up against
Yeah.
the wall while he walked in. And then Claire immediately wanted to go back outside. As soon as it was chasing her, she was like, "Well, let's go join the group now. Like, it's
Did y'all
getting
see that
late."
video of him like after that whole like he was like leaning against the wall? He like kept his front side.
Yeah,
to
the whole-
wall
yeah, I saw it in the
until he
episode.
left.
I mean, every single
Uh,
time they were like separating from
Mhm.
making out, I was just watching Dale
It
the
was just
entire
so
time.
awkward, honestly. And then when he went back to the group, like you were saying, like he was all flustered and was like, "Oh, I went to the bathroom and I had no idea she was gonna be there."
Yeah,
But then
"I
he
was just
also
looking."
said that he was looking on her to check in on her. So I'm like, you're contradicting yourself.
Yeah, but he said he got lost on his way back from the bathroom.
hmm
And the guys were like, "We can literally see the bathroom from right here. How did you get lost?"
Yeah. He honestly dug himself into a really big hole
Yeah.
during that conversation. And then, of course, ending the date. Who got the group rose?
Dale.
Because he stepped out and he was bold, according to Claire. Which, like, I don't understand why she keeps saying, like, all these guys that are breaking the rules are the ones that are like, "Oh my gosh, you're so amazing."
Everyone's just rolling their eyes at Dale.
Yeah.
All the
didn't
guys
they-
were like, "It's super disrespectful."
I mean, didn't they call it though? They were like, if Dale gets this rose, like,
Then it's
that's
done.
It.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, Dale was like, "Oh, well, I'm best suited for
Yeah,
her."
'cause
Oh my
she
gosh.
left. And then the guys are like, "So, like, what happened?" And like start to confront Dale. And then he says that.
He's like, "I'm best suited for her."
And the guys are
I think
like,
if
"Whoa, whoa,
anybody's there to
whoa."
comfort her, it should be me.
Yeah, they're like, "What do you mean best suited?" And he like couldn't come up with anything good.
And then the Zach J one-on-one. That was
Poor
so
guy.
awkward. He had to do
Poor
a pedicure. It was
guy.
a spa day.
Oh my gosh, that made me so mad. Out of all the dates, you know, she
Uh-huh.
picks the date where there's the least communication.
Yeah.
Let's get a pedicure and relax, you know, and zen out.
And he
and
said he
not
was
talk.
outside of his comfort zone, like he was trying
Yeah.
to open up for her. But she was basically thinking about Dale the whole time. I remember her saying, like, "Moments like this, I wish Dale was here." Moments where
Oh my
you're
gosh,
on
that
a
was making
one-on-one
me so
date.
mad.
But she did say that he was giving off very nervous energy, and I could see that. Like it was awkward.
Yeah.
Like it almost felt like he knew that like it was a make it or break it. Like it was either gonna go well or she was gonna brush him off.
Yeah.
But I thought from the very start that she was already gonna brush him off.
I
like
hope he comes back.
for another.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
sorry, too early to say that.
But I mean, it still triggers me about the freaking spa date, because if she was gonna pick that for any other guy, it should have been Bennett.
Yeah.
You know, Harvard guy. He was
That's what
already
I
doing
thought,
the mini spa
But
treatment
her
in his
thing
room.
was that she wanted him to treat himself. Like she didn't feel like he did that.
But it was so funny that he was getting like tickled and everything, and he couldn't hold
Yes.
it in.
And then they went back to her place and they were in the pool
Oh my god.
and Claire went to kiss him. I think
she did it
that
on
she
purpose.
froze. He did not freeze. So she like froze there and he didn't want to rush it. Like he wanted to see what she was going to do. And she said that he pulled away, but I did not see him pull away whatsoever.
He just stood there and watched
she
her.
froze and she was like pissed off.
Yeah, she was probably like imagining Dale, opened her eyes, realized it wasn't him, and like freaked out.
And then he was ejected.
And she blamed Zach G. Yeah, or Zach J. My bad. But yeah, he like went to go and pull her in though afterwards to try and kiss her, and it was really
awkward.
aggressive.
I
didn't like that. That was uncomfortable. Like he was aggressive. He like grabbed her arm and she was like, "Don't fucking touch me."
Yeah. But then he was like, "What happened? What happened?" And she wouldn't tell him. She was like, "Nothing. I don't want to talk about it."
Yeah.
And I was like,
and then
you're
she
all
was
about
like,
communication, and now you're not gonna like.
It's like, because she didn't want to give him a chance.
That's just so.
And
messed
then,
up.
And then
He's,
poor
like, in the
Chris
dark.
showed up ready. Like he was ready for dinner, and Chris showed up and was like, "So that situation did not go in your favor. You're going home right now."
Yeah, but after that happened, and it just showed her by herself in her room, and she's like borderline tears and like saying how she was uncomfortable and stuff. I was like, "There's a whole camera crew. What do you think is gonna happen?
Yeah,
like they're not gonna let him do anything."
Well, my thing is though is like I feel like she was also saying that because she was like she was embarrassed that she didn't get kissed. But I don't think she wanted to be kissed. She purposely made
there was really no movement on his
She should
end.
have broken up with him in person. I don't like the way she
how
kicked
she
him
sent
off.
Chris to do it
Like
instead.
that was so like immature and just not. I don't know, man.
So, second group date. It was the
roast.
roast.
So
Yes.
good, so good.
Claire was boiling in her seat. She was so pissed off because, of course, everyone had something to say about her precious fiance, Dale.
And, yeah.
She kept referring to him as like, that's going to be my fiance, and how are you talking about him like that?
But in the beginning, when she first started to notice how they really picked on Dale, she was like, "I don't get, like, did I miss something? Why are they picking on them?" And then like 5 minutes later, she was like, "Well, do they not see our obvious connection?"
Yeah.
I was like, "What do you mean?" So
She's
that's
like,
why
you can't hate on love.
Yeah, she's like, "That's why they're picking on him so much.
Yeah.
Like, how are you gonna be that contradicting in the span of 10 minutes?"
Also, I really liked how Ben, one of his was, "Kenny, your time here isn't permanent, unlike your tattoos." And I was like, that was good. But yeah, Claire looked disgusted the entire time they were talking about Dale.
And he wasn't even on the date.
He was in the audience. So all of the guys that
It
weren't
was still
on the
about
date.
him. It was still about him, and he wasn't even on the date.
Bennett, though, he went in.
He went
ham.
off.
He
That
honestly should have
one.
stopped. He should have stopped though. Like
Oh
he
my
should not have kept
gosh.
going.
Yeah, his was pretty brutal.
He was hitting Dale like, oh my gosh. She was so mad about that too. She was like, Bennett, how dare he?
Yeah, it was really bad. They should not have let him like keep going like that.
Yeah, he was pretty harsh.
It was just like dig after dig. And
Yeah.
Claire at first was saying that some of them, she was like, "Oh, well, a good amount of their like lineup was just on Dale." But like Bennett's was like
Strictly
only Dale.
Yeah.
And then she pulled everybody to the side basically in the cocktail party and was like, "So what's your problem with Dale?" And
With
I really
everyone.
thought
Yeah.
that maybe she was gonna get somewhere. I thought that she was gonna understand like
Mhm.
what he was saying to the guys.
But with
'Cause
sorry.
I don't think that's like okay that he was like, "Oh, I have this in the bag." Like
Yeah, he was so I don't
She
like
wouldn't
Dale.
let any of the guys talk about anything else other than Dale. I
Yeah.
hated that.
And then
But-
she was like, you can't hate on love. Like you can hate on, but you can't hate on love." And she was so pissed off the whole
Yeah.
time.
And Bennett was like, "I really hope we have like an actual conversation and don't talk about Dale in the roast." And then when she pulls him to the side, that's the first thing she says. And I'm like, poor Bennett, like he's actually in this for love. Not like the other guys aren't. But she's just like treating them like dirt and only has her eyes on
Did
Dale.
he say that he didn't want to talk about it, but she
Yeah.
still talked about
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, she was like, "Well, I want to talk about it."
Yeah.
And she literally talked to every single guy about Dale. And every time they tried to talk about something else, she was like, "Oh, well, but I really want to address, like, did he say something in the group?" And all of the guys were literally like, "Oh, yeah, well, he's basically saying that, like, there's no other competition and, like,
Yeah.
he has it in the bag. Like, he doesn't have to worry about anything. Basically, like, he has you wrapped around his finger." And she had no issues with that whatsoever.
And the guys picked up on it too. Like when they would finish talking to her and then join all the other guys, they're like, "Did she ask you about Dale?"
And you're like, yeah.
Yeah, and Ed was one of the ones too that was like, "I don't want to talk about this," like to her. And but I think she actually did segue to like an actual conversation with him.
Yeah.
But she still started it out with Dale. I was like, "Dude, chill."
I feel like Ed was one of the ones that got like the least amount of time with her. Like he did not get to say anything.
I forgot
really.
about him.
Well, was he the one?
He's the one that looked like.
No, I know.
Yeah. But wasn't he the one that in his set he was like, I literally had 40 jokes and the last one was Dale and that was the only one that she picked up on.
He did say that.
Was it him or Ben? It was Ed.
I think it was Ed.
I don't remember.
It was one of them.
But yeah. Then
at the end of the date,
there was no group date rose. No one got a rose. And she was like, "You dished on my fiance so hard, like
that
was
the first
unacceptable. Like, why would you?"
That was the first time she had called him fiance, though, right?
Yeah.
And so everyone was
the
like,
guys.
Not in front of no, like she said
no. She like walked away and like,
yeah,
how dare they talk about my fiance like
yeah.
that? And
but
like,
it just bothers me how like all the producers are so like there's people with her, like there's shots of her walking with people,
yeah,
and they're just like they don't tell her anything, like, hey, you can't say shit like that.
But I feel like not giving a rose to a group date makes the guys feel like 10 times more shitty about themselves.
Yeah.
Like at
it's
least
like obviously that clarifies you're only concerned about Dale.
Yeah. Like
you
at least give it to
know
one,
anyone.
so that the guys are like,
well,
well,
she couldn't because she asked about Dale the whole time.
I know, but at least like she has no empathy for the other guys, and it drives me insane. Like she could at least just made it up and give it to whoever she liked the most. But
and then that's when Chris says, "You have blown up the Bachelorette," and I didn't know what to expect. Like, well, I kind of thought that it was just gonna be like, oh, okay, like she's off with Dale, that's whatever. But that was not what happened.
But at the end of episode 3, we see Tayshia
and her bikini.
Oh no, yeah, that's right. It was out of the pool.
She looked so good.
Yeah, we're like, okay, girl.
I know. Oh my gosh. She even said so too. She was like, I looked so good in that bikini.
Sometimes you gotta own it.
Yeah.
When you know, you know. So going into episode 4 now, I feel like we might touch a little bit more base going back into both episodes, just because we're just kind of going through everything first to kind of analyze it. We weren't able to watch it together this time around, and we try to have everything on here first to get real reactions. So episode 4 started off talking about Dale, of course, stating the obvious. And then Chris shows up and he says, you know, like, don't bullshit me, like, what's going on? Is it just Dale? Are you gonna still continue with this? Because we can't like keep doing this. Like, this is ridiculous. And he was so serious about like if they talked before, if like this was some type of plan or something, because like they didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to go on. Like they just knew that she couldn't keep putting off all the other guys because it was going to cause problems.
But like 5 minutes into her conversation with Chris Harrison, we already see the waterworks. And I was like, dude, can you like go 24 hours without crying?
I was so annoyed by that conversation. It's very repetitive with what she says, with everything.
We're like, we Ben knew this.
Yeah. And then that was the whole episode again. Her saying the same thing over
I'm
and over.
tired of it, honestly. I cannot wait to see if maybe there's something new gonna happen. Because and then I thought it was ridiculous. Like, so it kept going back to the guys being like, oh, well, like, what's happening? Blake and Jay are both in denial. Like, they're both like, if I could just get time with her, like, I can show her, like, I can change her ways. Like, Dale is not the guy for her.
Well,
like,
I feel like that's good for the guys to do, because at least you show, like, it shows that they're actually in it for her and in it
I
for
just
love.
felt like he was already, like, she was checked out at that point. Like, he was the one.
Yeah.
And so it was just like, the guys were like, oh no, like, I got a chance, like, that's gonna happen. And I'm like,
but they're also not, like, from our point of view,
they don't
we're
know
seeing the
everything.
conversations and everything. Yeah, and all they know is that they're like getting taken off together.
Yeah, and he's just like, oh. So then it gets announced, no cocktail party or rose ceremony. How did you feel about that?
I don't know.
If I was one of the guys, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, she said that she wants to do the show her way, but I think the way she's doing it is like,
it's just not
ignoring
like, how
the other
are you
guys.
canceling so many things?
Yeah, she's ignoring the other guys and hurting them, and like, I don't like the way she's handling it. I really don't.
And even when she would put on like the events, like the cocktail parties and the dates, it was still all about Dale.
Yeah.
So it was like, well, what's the purpose of me even being here?
That's how they all started to feel too. So
Yeah. I mean, that's so easy to do based off of everything that they're witnessing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then the guys are like, oh, okay, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then
I would
of
have
course
just got all the
Chris
guys together and
comes in,
boycotted it.
Mm-hmm.
and Dale gets pulled out.
Yeah, right after he tells them all that, right? He
Yeah.
pulls them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of the guys, I thought it was kind of like, come on, catch on now, because they were like,
yeah.
oh, well, maybe like he's finally getting talked to, like he's the problem, he's the one that's like distracting her.
He never came back.
No, yeah.
But so then they go on the date, right?
Dinner
Chris
date,
tells
yeah.
Dale
Like
that she wants
yeah.
to talk to him. Yeah. And then, okay, the one comment that I remember her saying was like, it's haunted, but in a good way, to like the spot that she found for them to sit at. And I was like, how can haunted be in a good way? Who are you seeing right now? Are you okay?
Okay, but I'm not gonna lie, at this point I started getting a little bit nervous about Dale staying. Like I felt like it was getting a little bit too serious for him. And then like I feel like their conversations, it's like he just wants to go along with everything.
Yeah, I
that
didn't
she's
feel like he was
saying.
reciprocating what she was
Her-
saying.
Yeah, his reactions were so poor.
They're plain.
It was like straight face. I was like, you
I
Yeah.
feel
gotta
like you could say
smile.
it to anybody and they'd be like, oh, okay. Like, thank you for
Mhm.
listening.
She's like pouring her soul
Yeah.
into the conversation, and he's
But-
like,
But this is when she was like, I'm doing this show my way, and it's not the traditional way.
yeah.
Mhm.
And I was like, what? How much freedom do the Bachelorettes have? Like, what is her way? Because from what I've seen, it's like besides like canceling group dates and the rose ceremonies and not the rose ceremony, but I was like, how much? Like, how is this your way?
Her way is ignoring the other guys and focusing on Dale.
Exactly.
So then they're having the conversation of all conversations, and she brings up how her parents met. And she was like, my parents met one night, and then 3 weeks later,
Like he hitchhiked all the way to where she
Yeah.
lived, and then he brought up a story about how his parents met, and it was very similar to how
I
one of
think
them
they're
hitchhiked
too
too.
similar.
okay, but I
Yeah.
don't believe his story, because when she was saying that her dad hitchhiked to go see her mom, which I thought was very stalkerish, because how does
Yeah.
he have her address already from one night? But I feel like when she had mentioned hitchhiking, he would have been like, oh, what? No way.
Yeah,
Like, my dad did that too. Like, he would have had a bigger reaction there. And then he just calmly says the same thing to her about his parents. So I'm like, is your story really true? I don't know about that.
And
I didn't think of that.
I
That's
feel
a
like
good
it was
point.
really weird during right after she broke the news to everybody, and like she actually went in the room and she acted like it was this huge deal. She was like, I finally have clarity, and the boys seemed like it was weird to me that they were talking all of this crap and then they were like, you know what, we understand, we respect that you like talk to us. She should have talked to you like last week when she was already like head over heels
Yeah.
for him not wanting to talk to anybody else.
You forgot a very important part. They spent the night together.
Wait, sorry. Before that, there was also an important part of when she actually tells him that she's falling in love
Oh
with him.
yeah, they confessed their
That-
love.
But like,
I still feel like it
I
was
don't
so
believe him.
awkward.
Yes.
I don't
think
believe
he's
him.
fake. Okay, I'm glad we're all on the
once
same
again,
page.
did not smile at all. Like, if the guy that
He
I
has
was
like a
falling in
little
love with,
smirk. He goes like he's
barely.
small.
It it was delayed. I thought.
Yeah,
like
I
he was
think it
like,
was
"Are you
delayed.
done talking?"
I feel like he was like processing it a little bit,
Yeah,
and then
he says he is too. I was like, "Bullshit! You're just saying that because she just said it, and you don't want her to feel bad."
And then
part
they
of me
spend the
feels like he
night.
just wanted to win something.
Yeah,
But yeah, like
he did play football.
they did the deed. That's what he won.
yeah, and I don't remember who it was. I think it was actually our producer over there that mentioned how he had like his pants on when he got out of bed. Like it was the full on like slacks that he still had them on.
What?
Yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
notice that?
No.
Yeah, she was in PJs, but he was like.
You
in
think they did
slack
that just
shorts.
to, be appropriate for the show?
I don't know.
I think so.
Well, I mean, it's not like the camera crew just walked in on them
Yeah.
in bed. I'm
Well,
sure she
yeah,
got up
yeah.
and made sure everybody was
You can
decent.
tell
I'm like
by
he
her
couldn't have put on
face.
pajamas or something.
I thought
Like,
that was. I noticed that too. I
You
thought
can tell
that was
by
weird.
by her face and like there was minimal makeup. I feel like she didn't really take it off fully. And then
But I mean, so they're having like a conversation in bed. Dale is shirtless, and it's, you know, free the nip galore. But Dale is looking pretty nice, must I say.
pretty built. Pretty built. Dale's looking pretty built. And speaking of built, if you want to be built like Dale, y'all could get the Built Bars. They're 20% off your first order. Promo code is PubSports, and it's BuiltBars.com.
Did anybody notice too? There were certain parts where, like, whenever Dale had his shirt off when he was moving, his like man boobs would move up and down. I thought it was weird.
Like he was flexing them? I don't think I
like,
noticed that.
I think they just like. I don't
When,
know.
when they were jumping rope.
Yeah, when they were jumping rope, it was like
at the end.
He
Oh,
pointed
I
it
didn't
out
see
as
that.
well. He made it rewind.
I was worried about her safety.
she was in a bikini doing that.
Yeah, she was on the side to like get whipped by the jump. That was not safe in my opinion.
But yeah, I don't know.
Anyways, and then after that, she went to go confront the guys and tell them basically
Yeah.
that it's over.
But before she does that, it kind of goes to the guys in I don't
Like
know what to call it,
talking.
the villa.
It's a house. They say. Well, I know the guys were like, she already lost everybody in the house.
But
So
It could be like the living room if you want.
but so normally
the
this
living
is-
area.
Yeah,
Common
they-
area.
they each have
There
their
you
own
go.
rooms at
Yeah.
this
Mhm.
hotel place. Which I don't know if that's fair because they normally do it in the Bachelor Mansion, and they're
They
not,
like bunk beds usually.
yeah, they're all in rooms.
So
So,
it's
for
not like they get privacy. Like
no, but my point is that if Dale is spending the night with Claire and they were at the Bachelor Mansion, his
All
bunk
the-
would be
they all
empty and
would've
they would have
known.
known.
No,
Yeah.
they all knew. They
No,
all knew
they
he
didn't.
didn't come
no,
back.
they were like, wait, he's been gone for how long? Like
Oh.
Yeah,
were
they're
trying
like, I don't
to-
think he can. Like, it was all just suspicions. But I'm saying
They
it's kind of an
only-
advantage for her
Yeah.
to do it here because nobody knows who's where.
They
Yeah.
only knew once they had the meeting, and
Oh.
like,
Yeah. And Dale wasn't there.
still, so
Yeah.
it was
So
the next morning.
I thought about that and I was like, well, that's not really fair just because of COVID. I wonder what happened, like why they couldn't do it at the mansion. I never
Yeah.
read anything
Maybe
about
the-
got
that.
tested. I
Maybe
thought it
because
was
there was a
about
bunch of
the
fires.
Yeah, I was
it
gonna
was
say
the
the
fires.
fires,
It was
yeah.
the fires.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was ridiculous how it went from I'm falling in love with you to I love you within like 24 hours. Like they just admitted, they were like, oh my gosh, like I think I'm falling in love with you, like
Yeah.
I'm feeling it, and then they were like, I love you.
I
And
think
it's like,
well, I
oh.
mean,
Well, did they
intimacy
really- are
usually
you talk-
increases it a bit. If you're already
Yeah.
there and then you do that, I feel like that increases it a whole lot more.
So
As us
then-
women know. So
So then she comes in to tell the guys and kind of confess everything at that
Yeah.
point.
I think she did it well. It was definitely
The crying again though, like
Yeah.
it bothered me how she was like, they're all
But-
great guys in there. Like I'm so upset. Like they're
Yeah.
amazing guys, and I'm like, you chose your guy. You go with that.
I was so
but-
proud of Kenny.
But wait. But before the guys interjected, she didn't cry. Like
Oh,
in her
yeah.
original speech, I was like, oh my God, wow, go her. Like she actually didn't
Mhm.
shed a tear this time. And then the guys interject. And who asked for the apology?
It was Kenny.
It
which
was
is
Kenny?
My first pick. I was so proud of him. He was like, I think you should apologize to us. And she was like, I don't think I should apologize for love. And then it was
Yeah,
like,
she's
no.
like, can you tell me what I'm apologizing for?
yeah, it's not
She
about
was like,
love.
you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
and something else.
Man, I was so proud of him. I was like, yes, because he was the only one that like really spoke up
It
about
just
it.
bothers me. Like if she was actually trying to talk to the other guys, and it would be different. But you could see in all the conversations she was having, she was either just going through the motions
Mhm.
or like trying for a few minutes to like put Dale to the side, and
Yeah.
then
I think she should have watched Love Island because then she would have learned not to put all of her eggs in one basket.
Her eggs
would
in
have
one basket.
Yeah, and spread her time wisely between the guys. And that was like the guys' main opinions.
Yeah.
Because they were saying, how is she just jumping into that? She doesn't really know him.
Can I just say that I've never been this far into like the Bachelor show and not know so many guys. Like I didn't know so
it's
many
crazy
names.
to me that like I know we were saying too that I think it was like Zach, Jay, and someone like they look exactly the same.
Yeah.
And I was like, which one
Like the
is
whole time I
that?
was like, wait, who's that? Wait.
The
Who's
subtitles
that guy?
really helped me. Or when they like say the name,
Yeah, but
when they're
sometimes
going
they
up,
wouldn't.
won't,
So I was
yeah.
like, who was
Yeah.
that?
And there was we
Jordan?
figured out it was Jordan.
Jordan, yeah.
With the glasses.
We were like, who the heck
Sorry,
is that?
Yeah, we couldn't figure it out for the longest time who that was. And then at one point, he was having like a confessional, and it popped up.
And I only looked at the age.
Sophie was like, oh, he's 29 or something.
No, he's 26. I was like,
26?
that's 3 years older than me. And he's trying to date a 40-year-old.
And I wasn't paying attention. I was like, wait, what was his name? She was like, oh, I didn't see it. We're like, yeah. So again, we don't find out his name until like the end of the episode because he never gets another, name tag or whatever.
Yeah. It's just so sad to me that there were so many guys on there that like were really willing.
Yeah, like Blake.
Yeah.
Blake and
I still have
Jason. Blake and Jason. They were really invested in Claire.
Jason or Jason?
Jason. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jason. I felt really bad for him because he actually got one of the one-on-one dates where she tried to open up a little bit.
Yeah, and that was really monumental for him.
Yeah.
She forced him to open up, and then for her to just like go to Dale and not even like she didn't even pull him aside to talk to him. Like it was literally like any of the guys that she had a little bit of a connection with. She disregarded them. She didn't even go to like explain what was going on or.
But he wasn't on that group date when nobody got a rose, right?
I
don't think
so. No.
Yeah, because I feel like if anybody, I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. She didn't even talk to anybody on that date about themselves.
Easy was on that though, and I think the guys that have made the most effort off the top of my head right now would be Easy,
Jason,
not really Bennett. Jason,
Blake.
and Blake. Yeah,
Bennett had the heart though. He had the heart.
Yeah,
I think Bennett was there for a good time, but not a long time.
Yeah,
like he was there to be around.
I think he was.
I think he had good energy. Like he was kind of like let's see what's going on.
Yeah, I think once he noticed it was about Dale, that's when he started to.
And he even said too, like he was like, I'm not gonna compete. Like if that's what she wants.
Yeah, but do we know how what week it was?
Week 4. It should be week 4.
It was week 3 and 4 that we did. This last one was
so a little over a month.
4 of knowing her. He hasn't had the chance to talk to her that much based off of all the cancellations she's done. So I don't think
it's just crazy to me that she was allowed to do that many. Like it was like, oh well, I don't want to do the cocktail party. Oh well, I don't want to do the date portion. Let's just give extra time. Oh, you know what?
I'm sure the producers were like, "Are you sure about this?"
Yeah. I didn't like how the guys were like, "I'm very happy for you, Claire," whatever. And then as soon as she left, they're like, "What the fuck?" Like, how can she do that? And like, wasting all my time. And why didn't you say that when she was in your face?
Why didn't the guys start to just go to her fucking room and start like knocking and be like, "Hey, you have time to talk?"
Oh my gosh, these guys were so like timid. I feel like than past seasons.
I feel like she would have been like, "Oh, well, that's the thing." They would catch her in the act because if she wasn't like, "Oh, well, I like respect your boldness and like that's gonna get you a rose." Yeah, that's what she did for Dale.
But I mean, I don't know. I don't think the guys really cared for her that much, and they were kind of saying. Like she would always, or no, who would tell her? I guess it was just other guys that were like, they're just appeasing him for you, or they're just appeasing you, and they don't really like you that much. Y'all better be listening.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Man, that's funny. Okay,
I was trying to hold it together.
Holding it down for the troop.
While you guys are recovering here, I just want to announce that Alexis's cup is firmly in the background, firmly a green color, and is very rosy right now. So.
Oh, that's so
really?
Cool. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, so is your wrist, by the way.
Wow.
Your wrist is also.
What about my cup?
No.
Oh.
By the way, shout out to Porch Swing who need to sponsor the show.
Hey, Porch Swing, we love you.
Rosé for the final rosé.
We love you.
You just need a little wine break there, really fast. Yeah, it's a mess.
But can I also mention that when she's telling the guys how she truly feels and stuff, she of course starts to bring up her past and how guys have treated her. Like, I'm so done with the freaking pity party.
I feel like she's the reason why the guys treated her like she did.
That's why I'm saying that I think the guys were appeasing her based off of that one group date where nobody stood up for her.
Yeah, because after that they're like, oh shit, like
which Dale was on and still didn't stand.
Yeah.
But then she said that he was like her knight. But
how did this end, y'all?
Oh, so I was really nervous. Claire was nervous. I was nervous.
I don't know why she was nervous.
I didn't think he
That's
was going
what
to
I
show up.
exactly
That's
what
what
was
I
gonna
said.
happen.
I didn't think he was going
down.
to show up.
I was like, how's she
Because-
gonna be so confident on how he feels and then be worried?
She was nervous that she was going to show up and he was going to be like the other guys before.
She had
and not
just
show
slept
up.
with the guy. I don't
But
think he would have
they-
slept with her and done all that
Yeah.
to not show up the next day.
They
I
s-
just
They slept together, had almost like 2 meaningful talks, and she's
Mhm.
still not sure
yeah.
about where he stands.
I feel like that maybe the show did that on purpose.
They did that for sure. They wanted to make it seem like maybe he wouldn't, but I fell into it. I was really like,
then
oh
Chris
my
Harrison-
God.
Chris Harrison, yeah, he's like,
Yeah,
there's something
that's-
I need to tell you.
That's what
Like,
blew
dude.
up for me because I saw it at the beginning of the episode and I was like, oh my God, what if he
Yeah.
doesn't show?
The whole
and
time
then
I'm
all
like
they said
banking on
was,
him running away.
We're proud of you.
I knew it. I knew it. I could like hear it in my head before they said
I
that.
got so pissed off.
That
when
was
I was
definitely-
like, all of that for that? Are you really?
Yeah, Chris Harrison works hard, but producers work harder.
Yeah. He knows how to play us.
But yeah. So Dale, he came and he proposed.
I think his proposal sucked.
Okay, I was gonna ask.
I think it
what
sucks.
is your ideal proposal?
Oh, I mean, obviously a very nice speech like that.
My guy needs to
Where?
cry.
Like what would you? What is your perfect proposal?
My guy needs to cry.
Location, how does it go?
I think it would depend because, like, what if he would take you to like where you first met, or you know where he first fell in love with you?
Yeah,
What are your top 2 situations?
If it's a meaningful location like that,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, maybe the city or a beach.
You always see those people that are at like Disneyland with the like big ass castle in the back.
Yeah, I
Not
agree. I
Disney.
think somewhere where
It's more meaningful.
Yeah, meaningful, and I think if my guy cries, I'm sold.
You're like wherever, just cry.
Because guys don't cry,
please.
so if he cries,
I would
it's like-
definitely accept crying for the proposal.
Me
but
too.
Unacceptable if they don't cry at the wedding.
You're gonna be like, you really want to do this right now?
You
Are
see
you
how
sure?
I look right now, right? You see me in this dress?
You'd be like, so what? It's off now? You're just not gonna cry?
You just walk back out the doors. You're like, okay, take 2.
Let's try that all over
Somebody give him
again.
some eye drops at least.
Honestly, though, her dress, it was really pretty. I liked like the detail that was on the bottom.
The
of
side
slit
cut,
that she
right?
had, but I didn't feel like it was as much as like a.
I feel like it should have been more fancier. Like the,
Yeah,
the red
'cause
dress
the
she was wearing the night
material,
before
the red
was
one was
way
really
more
Her red dress
fancier.
went
yeah,
off. I was like,
Yeah.
it was beautiful.
And then she just wore a solid like
It bothered
silk-looking
me
white
though
dress.
the material of the
I
white
didn't-
dress.
yeah.
Like it was an older
that
style.
it just really like sticks to you. I
but
didn't think it was
I
that
felt
flattering.
like that's kind of what she wanted. Like she wanted it to accentuate her.
I liked the back
features.
because it was
Mhm.
open. She wore a lot of like open back
I
stuff.
kind of liked the
Mhm.
slit, but it was too basic for me. I think it should have
Do-
been more.
Do
out
the girls
there.
always wear white that
Yes.
I
night?
think, yeah,
Yeah.
because it's for the proposal.
Mm-hmm. It's always white.
So it really. So the ring. Did you see the ring?
The ring was
it
giant.
was
Okay,
crazy.
at first when he opened the box, I was like,
when
'cause I don't like
when
the
they
shape of
put
it.
the zoom in on
When
it,
it
I
was-
was like,
you could just
oh my god,
you could see the rock on her hand.
That's
when she
too
put
big.
it on
It was
him.
crazy.
That's too big for my liking.
I was
I
like,
like
how do you even lift
small,
your hand up? How you do it?
Small and simple. That's good.
All
for
right,
me, but that
boys.
was
Now you know.
huge. I know.
Sophia.
Small.
Small and simple. It can.
She said it herself.
It can
She
be
said
worth-
small.
Hey,
Yeah.
it can be still worth a lot.
No, you're
But
in your
the
own boat there.
simple-
You
Y'all
said
know me
small.
though. I don't wear jewelry.
But
really.
okay, it could still
But
be
this
a
is for the
smaller
rest of your
ring where
life.
there are multiple stones in it.
That's true. I don't know. I just want one little, beep,
Yeah,
and I'm
hopefully a
happy.
future-
I
She
don't.
said one little.
I don't need much.
a small little speck.
Like I said,
It
I
was
don't
digging
need much.
deeper and deeper.
It's about the emotion, not the materialistic
It's about
things.
the meaning. So
I'm
just give me
sorry.
a band. I don't even need.
No, I will not
You're
accept
getting
a
a band.
pebble. No.
They're gonna give you your birthstone.
No,
That's
it's
gonna be-
orange. I don't like orange.
You said as long as it's meaningful.
I don't
It's
care
gonna be
for
both of
orange.
your-
Oh my
What
god,
is
this a
meaningful?
wedding. Like
Rings
that's
are already.
not
Oh,
me.
you said that.
No, you said that.
I said the setting is meaningful.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't matter about the ring. You heard it here.
I said small and simple and like.
I had talked about this too. I was like, "What's your like dream ring? Like what shape?" And she's like, "I don't know."
I said
What's yours?
oval.
But now she's expecting. She
No.
knows the
I said oval or teardrop.
Ooh, I did not know bringing
That's
up
what I
rings would be
said.
so
No.
crazy.
I said I think you want teardrop, and then
Yeah,
you were like,
the
"Well, I
teardrop
kind of
is
want
nice.
oval," and I was like, "I think I'd like both. Like, I don't care."
I also like the regular like circles as well.
Yeah,
Where you have like
circles,
the regular
okay.
circle and then the two stacking on the side.
Yeah,
I think that's
Maybe.
really
I think
pretty.
that's like my mom's.
I just
My mom
for
has
some
that
reason
too.
I don't want square. I don't know why. I just
Yeah,
do
no,
not
I
want
don't
like
like
square.
square looks, and I
Yeah.
feel like you cut easier. Like,
But I really like Haley Bieber. Well, okay. Besides, that's too big. Also, but I like Haley Bieber's.
she's like that one,
cut.
but bigger.
Yeah,
I don't know her cut. I don't pay
Kim
attention.
Kardashian.
We'll look at it later. We'll do research.
Yes.
But yeah, for me, it was so awkward because she was like, "You're doing it." He did it, and then he was like, "I'm doing it. I did it," and
Yeah,
that was so weird to me. And she
was it-
ruined it.
All the guys doubted him too. They're like, "Nah, he's not gonna
they're like,
propose."
he's not ready for it.
She ruined it, dude. She was like, "Hurry up and put that ring on my finger. I waited a lot of years for this." Oh, why would you say that?
Yeah, she pushed him back down.
She was
I was
like,
like,
"Hurry up,
dude,
put it
chill."
on."
But was it before or after his speech or the proposal where he was like, "This is wild"?
Yeah, no, it was after.
It was yeah.
I was
Oh
like,
no, it was the
It was
it was
during
the
and
proposal.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, he started off, "This is wild." I would
After-
do not
no,
want my husband to say that.
Like, I can't believe I just did that right now.
It was after her speech, like saying that she does
Yeah.
love him. He
Yeah,
was
I
like,
feel
"This
like it
is
was
wild."
a dare or
was like,
something like, "This
what
is
the
why I
hell
can't
kind
believe
of
I'm in this."
Yeah.
And he's 32.
Could you imagine if he
He's
went down on the
32.
knee and you just said yes, and he's like, "Oh damn, I didn't think you would. This is wild."
This
Yeah.
is wild. Yeah, this is crazy.
That- his
At a party, this
responses-
is wild.
His responses are just so immature. That's
Yeah.
it's just what makes me think that
Well,
he doesn't care
yeah.
for her as much as she does for
No,
him.
I think it's
he
all
just
for
likes
show.
the idea. I think
Mhm.
he likes the idea of being married to the Bachelorette and
Yeah.
having all the people look at
Yeah.
him like.
Well, she's probably the worst bachelorette in
He
history.
does
so
Oh my god,
seem
she
like-
is the worst.
yeah, probably.
He seemed like a really nice guy. I just don't like how it is like with the relationship and everything. Like, I think it's fake still. I don't care. I want to see what happens.
I was talking to Amy about this. He's 32 now, and she's probably 40 by now. I don't know how old she is. She was 39 on
Oh,
the
are
show.
you talking about geriatric pregnancy?
Yeah, I am. I was gonna say, do you think she would want kids? Like, 'cause
Yes,
he's young
I think
enough to
she
have
does.
kids,
I
but
think she does.
okay.
She has to.
And she'll be able to.
I just don't know if I were already 40 years old if I would want to go through a geriatric pregnancy because
She could have a surrogate if she's really like concerned about the health.
That's true, or adopt.
I think
Yeah.
she'd want a baby with Dale.
I feel like Dale would too.
I
just
would
because-
hope so, but I feel like they need to test the waters, which is probably another 2 years before they are.
But then
fit,
you
like-
know how she is. Maybe this will break them up. That she'll be like, "I want kids now," and he'll be like, "Whoa, I'm not ready," because she rushed everything.
Yeah,
How long do you think they'll stay engaged?
not that long.
I
Well, it's
think-
also Corona.
I don't think
everything.
they'll last. Honestly,
I
really
don't
I
either.
feel like
I
they're gonna
think
be
it's
together,
one-sided.
and then it's gonna be like, "So what's up?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
are we gonna do?"
I really think their
Mhm.
relationship's one sided.
But at the end of the episode, it shows like a tell-all, and they're like all huggy and like.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was so confused
And I
about
think
that.
we might find out if she actually lied or not.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when
Do you think that they talked?
Yes,
I
I think they did.
don't. I think they're just making it look like that because when Chris Harrison asked her and she was like, "No, swear on my dad's grave," and like her
Oh.
reaction
But
was
she
just,
might have said that.
There's just no
that
way.
is so
just-
messed up for her to say
Well,
that.
I mean, I'm aware, but I don't know. A lot of things she's done so far are pretty messed up.
I
Yeah.
just wouldn't go that crazy over one guy when I have all these guys in front of me. Like, I don't know. That's just me.
And it seemed to me like she was picking some of the guys like, I spent some time with you, so I'm going to pick you. Like, I'm going to give you a rose.
Do you think they should be able to look at each other's social medias?
No, I don't.
And that's
I
what
don't
she
think so
said she
either.
did. She said she looked at all
And
their
that
medias.
was my thing. To me, it was a little stalkerish how she was like, well, then I found Dale's and I was going through it and I loved
Yeah.
everything about it.
He's
I
like,
know
he
this
posted
and
on
this and
Mother's
this
Day,
about
and that was
him.
his mom's death anniversary.
Yeah, and it really made me relate to him because of this, and it made me feel like it was like my own story. Like, that is not okay that you're going on these guys' social medias and basically like stalking them,
Yeah.
and you're
Well-
like, oh well, Dale's a perfect one for
Wait,
me.
we
She
do
already
that.
set it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say time out.
We
time
do
out.
that.
No, but
but-
she already set it up. That was like, well, it's Dale.
Not to
Yeah.
marry them though. We don't do that to marry them. We do
Because
that,
then it
you know.
like
Yeah, to
it
learn
makes
about
more
them.
sense now about her reaction when he showed up out of the limo. It makes more sense because she was like, oh well, I saw a social media and I was already like, I'm intrigued.
But
Like,
that
she
kind of
already.
sucks because she just spoiled it for herself. Like when
Yeah.
she's telling him all those stories about, you know, his childhood and his mom and his sisters.
She already
and all
kind of
this
knew.
Yeah,
some
she's like,
of
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude.
It's
I don't
just
know.
messed up to me. Like, I don't personally think that they should be able to look up like each other.
Yeah, I
Like,
think it
the
should be
Bachelorette
completely,
shouldn't
like-
be able to, and the
But
guys shouldn't
clean
be able
slate.
to.
Clean slate.
Did she meet them? Because remember, I think we already talked about this.
I think she met 5 of them like they normally do
Did
on
she
the.
actually though?
I'm not sure because of COVID.
I don't think
I
she
don't
was in-
remember.
yeah, I don't think she did. So what if they just like gave her the one up of social media because she didn't get to meet some of them?
No, I think she knows. I don't know. That's a good thought.
I just
But
don't
then-
think it was a rule. I don't think that they were like, oh, you can't.
But then it's kind of, you
Because
know,
then it's like you meet them one time versus you're tracking everything they're doing on so or
he
everything
might have
they've
been one of
done.
the 5 though.
maybe they do that though. Like they let them look at all their like social media so
See
that
if
they
they
learn their
wanna-
names too.
Oh.
Because that's what
make a
also has
list.
always like blown my mind. Just watching them like after the first night and giving the first
And knowing
impression
their
rose. Yeah, I was
names.
like, dude,
I feel like
I
they
wouldn't
look
know
through
you
that,
unless I was
though,
giving
at
Could
a
not
certain
be me.
point.
Yeah.
I'd
couldn't
forget
be
a
me.
name after meeting someone in the first 5 minutes, and then I have to ask them again what their name is because I
Yeah.
did not remember it.
yeah, they would tell me a pickup line. Already forgot.
yeah.
Okay. Also, though, with the proposal and everything, did you notice? I felt like the kissing was so short and awkward.
She
like,
said yes. By the way,
yeah, she said yes.
They're engaged.
Shocker.
And like basically forced him to hurry up and put the ring on. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was just weird to me. Like when they were kissing afterwards, like it seemed like she was just putting so much into it, and he was like, like I'll give you some back. Like the kissing was awkward. Like it didn't seem like it was like, oh, we just got engaged. This is amazing. It was like, here you go,
Yeah.
little peck.
But I mean, at this point, I've seen enough of them kiss. I'm okay.
Yeah. Well, my thing is like, how can you be so intimate in the bed multiple times? Like, yes, you didn't have sex all those times, but like you were like laying on each other, making out. But then when you're proposing, y'all are just gonna give like a little peck to each other. Like,
Yeah.
I'm ready for something new, and that's what
Actu-
we're getting.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
We're
But
getting
I
something.
thought it was funny how Chris Harrison had to like FaceTime Neil Lane for the ring.
Yeah.
He was like, we
Yeah.
actually need it today.
Today. He's like today, and
But
he's
I'm
like,
sad
yeah, dude.
because normally they show the guys like, you know,
Picking
having
it
to
out.
decide. Yeah. And I'm sure in the conversations that they would have had by the end of the Bachelorette, that they would have like, and they never show the conversations about like what ring they want, but they have to pick it.
Mhm.
And
Well,
I'm
maybe
just, like, he
Dale
totally-
picked it like on the phone or something. Like he just had to look at him online.
Yeah. Maybe Neil was like, this is the only one you got. So.
This is the only one I have available. It's such short notice.
You stuck with this one. Sorry, kid.
It's like, this one's the most expensive one, but it's the only one you're gonna get. Claire actually planned it. She was like, I want a fat ring. So
I wonder who has like the biggest Bachelorette ring.
It looks like her.
I know. I would be like, that's a solid guess.
I wonder what it is. I don't remember. How is it for like the guys? Like Pilot Pete, what happened with that? Like it's just a band. Like, hey, I picked out this band. for
No,
you.
He
was
picks out
with-
rings for them.
He ended up with
Okay.
Madison.
Yeah, he picks
in the
out the ring
show,
for them. He
but-
picks out 3 different rings. For
Yeah,
each
but
one.
if
Are
they
they still
get
together?
if they get broken up, they have to give the ring back.
Damn,
Yep.
that's sad. Well, I guess I wouldn't really
That's
want that memory
thing.
anyways.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like usually people like
That's
pawn
true.
it off or like give it back or
That's
sell
probably
it.
why he does ask for it back so that they don't pawn it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder though. It's just weird to me. Like, do the guys get a band? No, right? It's not until they're
No.
married that we had a discussion on
Yes,
that.
I was
Mhm.
talking about her with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't get
Like,
anything.
I still think that they should.
I'm gonna give my man a band. I don't care.
You'd be like, oh,
In a
thank you. Here's
silicone
this for
ring.
you.
Here's a little rubber band. Put it on your ring finger.
Wow, she wants a nice ring for her. And then she's like, here's a rubber band. Bought it at the dollar store.
You can just double loop it. You're good.
I got you a whole pack for when it breaks.
Oh my gosh.
She said,
Oh.
make your own design.
For real.
Anyway, so then the end we see Tasha come in and everyone decides to come back
Wait.
and be on her season.
Wait. So yeah, before she officially comes back. Chris Harrison goes to talk to the guys and is like, "Dale proposed." She said yes, of course. Shocker. And then he's like, "There is y'all's future, like, what did he say?
Future
Y'all's-
wife.
No, y'all's
Future bachelorette.
I'm blanking on the word.
Your
I don't know.
journey
She's
here
just-
is
yeah,
not
your
done.
journey's not over yet.
I was like, Sophia's just going to keep guessing. Those, please say
those
I
are
mean,
something.
they
the
were
worst.
appropriate.
No, they were not appropriate.
Yes, they were.
Anyways. basically he came in and was like, it's your choice.
Yeah.
If you can move on from everything that you've been through with Claire, let go of those feelings, you're more than welcome to stay for someone else we brought.
Mhm. And it was
Yeah.
only Blake and Jason that
But-
struggled with
And
that.
I have
thought
a bone
Jason
to
was
pick
gonna
with
leave.
them.
Yeah.
I thought both of them would. Blake was
No,
so
I
butthurt
think
about
Blake.
everything.
I think Blake wanted the new Bachelorette. I think Jason.
Blake was over everything because also
Yeah.
But he
like
just seems so invested to
because he
me.
broke the rules for Claire, and I don't feel like she gave him as much back.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
definitely.
that first night she was kind of like, oh my gosh, I really appreciate that, and from there she kind of like let him
Mhm.
go.
Yeah, I think Jason was a little bit more invested because of the
because they had the
one-on-one,
heart,
and he didn't really like usually like just pour his soul into talking to a girl like that. So I feel like he had a little bit more of a struggle with it, and that's why everyone was like, "Oh my god, Jason, I'm so shocked that you came back."
Yeah,
one
for
of the
me, I
guys
thought it would be
was worried about
Jason.
him. I was like,
Mhm.
why are you like? He should have gone.
I
Yeah.
thought Jason for sure would have left just because like he even said that was the first person he's been able to like open
And
up
in the
to.
previews, you see him say, "I still have feelings for Claire," and that drives me crazy. Like, why would you keep going if you still have feelings for Claire?
Yeah. Well, it's
It's
because I
just-
mean, there's no chance there. Like they're just trying to
Yeah.
move on.
It's just not fair to Tasha. Because
I don't think it's fair to her whatsoever. She gets
Yeah.
Claire's sloppy seconds.
for real.
And now she's getting 16 guys, right? Because
Well, we don't
Dale
know.
left and Yosef. Yeah. Oh, I thought all the guys
We-
stayed.
Whoa.
Yeah, they
all
all
the guys
stayed,
stayed.
but they
Yeah,
so what
might
do you mean they
I
left?
think there's.
they
Oh,
might
yeah,
bring
Yosef
on
and Dale.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
they
people
might
already
bring
got-
on more guys.
That's what I'm thinking. I think that they're gonna give those guys the opportunity to talk to them, like a cocktail party, just them. And I think they're gonna bring more guys on.
and then we'll have a new draft.
Yes,
But-
I'm so excited.
So not only do I not think that it's fair to Tasha because she just gets Claire's leftovers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Claire didn't even pick them all like based on her feelings.
Yeah, but what about the guys who already got booted? Do
Yeah.
they get asked
Like
back?
Brandon. Bring
Yeah,
Brandon back.
bring
Oh my
back Bean. I
gosh.
want Bean.
He was so like fit. He was like, "What do you like about me?" Well, you're
You're
pretty.
gorgeous.
You're gorgeous. I wouldn't be mad about that. Like, he's there to get to know her.
That was my thing too. Like so you stalked everybody on social media, but you expect the same? Like
They're men.
She wants
What
them
are the
What
men
if
gonna
Brandon
do?
doesn't even have social media? What if he doesn't have
he
cable
for
to watch
sure
The
doesn't.
Let's be
Bachelorette?
real.
Dude, he's a model.
Like, how much do men
You can be a model and be
He has his
anti-social
own
media.
page for sure. I'm gonna look him up.
You might
know
not be
you
a
probably
successful
won't.
model. but
all
you can
they
still be a
do,
model.
all they're gonna do is look at her pictures and see what she's about. That's it. They're not gonna go into like the history and what.
Yeah,
her
I mean,
past
at that
was
point, it's
and-
straight appearance.
literally. So that upset me. If I was a Bachelorette, I wouldn't have reacted the way she did with Brandon. But anyway,
That was my opinion too.
I will say too, though, with Blake, like how he was so kind of upset and like, oh, like no, she won't pick Dale. Like bullshit, that's not gonna happen. And then when he found out about Tasha, he was like, he looked
His
like a little
face-
kid in a
he
candy
was
store,
smirking.
dude. He
He
looked
was
like a
like,
child. He looked like he just got told that he got a new prize or a new gift.
Yeah. But anyway, so next week will be Tasha's first week, and I guess we'll have a new draft next
Mhm.
week.
I want to know how long she was on standby.
Wait, so how is this gonna work?
so I
Do
get.
I get to? Because I know I still have Blake in there. Are we just redrafting completely?
Should we do a new like
You redraft completely.
Okay,
Okay.
Start
cool.
from
But
scratch.
the same order, or are we gonna redo the order?
We'll figure out a fun way to figure that out.
And this
Okay.
time we should wait
Interest.
for responses from everyone.
This
We'll-
time
we'll
we'll
see.
do it all in person.
Yeah, we could do it on here.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah,
We'll
that'd
do
be
it, or
good.
we'll do it in the car or something.
Okay.
So we're all together.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
maybe,
it's
maybe we
fair.
I
can all
agree.
watch the episode together this week. You know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you know what?
Ooh, Spice
Let's
it
do
up.
it.
Yeah, we could
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I work Wednesday and Thursday, so I could do it Tuesday.
Well, it depends on how long this election goes on
Oh,
for.
right.
That's
That's right. Okay. Well,
Yeah. Who knows when the next episode is?
we
We're
might.
still
Who
waiting
knows
on
if
Nevada.
we'll even still be here?
We'll come back next Friday, if anything. Hopefully.
We'll keep you tuned. Keep you posted.
Because we couldn't watch this past episode till today. So,
So we're here today.
yeah. Anyways,
That was it for the final rosé. Hope you enjoyed.
It was a
Hope
good
you tune in
one.
next week.
Get some more porch swing wine.
Yeah.
get them built bars.